Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 plan. Will investing in this policy be effective at creating a financially secure future for your family or not? Let us find out through an in-depth analysis in this video. Hi, welcome to holisticinvestment.in. We help individual investors like you to take the right financial and investment decision to reach your financial goals faster and smarter. So, before diving into the in depth analysis, let us first understand the basic features and just a quick grasp about this policy. So, Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 is a non participating life individual unit linked regular or limited premium payment savings plan. So, now let's look at the key features of this plan. The mortality charges you pay at this plan is returned at maturity as ROMC. You also have the option to take your death or maturity benefit in installments with the option of return enhancer. You have a choice of 4 investment portfolio strategies and 16 fund options to choose from. There is also the option to reduce your premium, your sum assured, and change your premium payment term. From the 6th policy year onwards, you can get loyalty addition and also you get fund booster at the time of maturity. So now let's take a look at some of the benefits available in the Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 plan. First, we are going to take a look at the death benefit. The death benefit is the benefit that's given to the nominee when the life insured unfortunately passes away during the policy term. So the death benefit could be any of the options mentioned here in the screen, which could be higher of the prevailing regular premium sum assured or regular premium fund value, or the top up sum assured or top up premium fund value, or even the subjected guaranteed death benefit of 105% of the total premiums paid till the date of death. So out of these 3 options, whichever is higher in value at the time of death of the life insured, that will be given as the death benefit to the nominee. Second, the maturity benefit. The maturity benefit you get once the policy matures, which is the regular premium fund value plus the top up premium fund value as of the maturity date, which will be given as the maturity benefit when the policy is in force or it matures. So these are some of the benefits available in this plan. Next, we are going to take a look at the investment strategies and the fund options available under each investment strategy. So first, we are going to take a look at the investor selectable portfolio strategy. This is a strategy which you can choose if you want to allocate your premium based on your personal choice and decision and your risk profile. So they would have already given you fund options to choose from. Like if you pass the screen, you can see that they have given you 16 fund options below to suit your investment needs. So whichever you think will be comfortable for you to invest in, you can choose that fund. So this is an investment strategy you can choose if you want to choose funds based on your own preference. Another investment strategy is a wheel of life portfolio strategy. So if you choose this portfolio strategy, what will happen is your premium will be allocated to the funds mentioned in the screen. If you pass the screen, you can see there is blue chip equity fund, equity growth fund 2, accelerator mid cap fund 2, bond fund, liquid fund in the predefined proportions. They are already given a predefined proportion, so your premiums will be allocated to those funds if you have chosen this investment strategy. So next is the trigger based portfolio strategy. So under this portfolio strategy, what happens is your premium will be allocated between 2 funds. First is the equity growth fund, which is an equity oriented fund. Second is the bond fund, which is a debt oriented fund. So what happens is they will allocate between 2 funds in a 75 to 25% proportion. Also, these proportions will also get altered due to the market's ups and downs. So over the years as the policy matures, what happens is the proportion will be restored to that of 75% will be given to the bond fund and 25% will be given to the equity fund gradually, just to reduce the impact of those funds in your investment portfolio. So this is also an investment strategy you can use. Otherwise, there's the 4th and final investment strategy, which is a strategy to help you invest your money systematically by automatically transferring your money every month from a low risk fund to the fund of your choice. So your premium will already be allocated to a bond fund or a liquid fund, which you would have specified. Then at the start of each monthly anniversary, what will happen is the fund value units will be switched to another fund which is also specified by you. So you can also choose to invest in this policy through this way. Now we are going to take a look at the charges. Like what are the charges that we have to pay if we choose to invest in the Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 plan. So unlike other plans, this one doesn't have a premium allocation charge, but they have a policy administration charge, which is for staying invested in the policy. How they will charge is, so they will charge 400 rupees per annum, which as the over the years due to inflation 5% will be inflated, and also maximum of 500 rupees you might need to pay. Also the fund management charges or moreover starts from, it ranges from 0.95% to 1.35%. Then this is for managing your fund. Then is the miscellaneous charge. This charges will be charged for every 100 rupees per transaction. Next is the discontinuance or surrender charge. So this type of charge, it depends on the annual premium amount you have chosen and which year you decide to discontinue or surrender this policy. There is no discontinue or surrender charge from the fifth policy year, but if you choose to discontinue or surrender before that, then you would have to pay the charges. Then is the mortality charges. This is for providing you with a life cover. These charges are similar to any other ULIP plan, but if you compare it with other ULIP plans in the market, these charges can significantly diminish returns over an extended period, because there is a very notable contracts compared to the other market related instruments in the available in the market. So these charges will definitely bring down your overall returns that you get from investing in this policy. So this is also a major factor to consider before choosing to invest in the Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 plan. As we have understood the basics of this plan, now we are going to understand what are the advantages we get by investing in the Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 plan. So by investing in this plan, you have the advantage of having the option to enhance your protection by opting for a rider. You also have the flexibility to switch units between your investment funds according to your risk appetite. But this is only available if you have chosen the investor selectable portfolio strategy. So another is at any policy anniversary, you can switch out from any of the 4 unique portfolio strategies. So if one portfolio strategy is not working out for you this year, you can choose to opt for another portfolio strategy the next policy anniversary. So like that, you can switch out. Also, there is option to reduce your prevailing regular or limited premium under this policy after you have completed first 5 policy years. Then there is no top up premium allowed except during your last 5 policy years in this policy. So as we have taken a look at the advantages, it's equally important to look at the disadvantages. It's better to understand the risk before deciding to invest in anything. So let's look at the disadvantages. I have no loan facility available in the Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 plan. Also, there is no liquidity during the first 5 policy years. The sum assured you get from this policy is too low to even cover the future needs of the family, which leaves you wondering if it will be enough to create a financially secure future for your family. So let us see. By analyzing this plan, by taking the analysis a notch further, we are going to do the IRR analysis now, because the IRR analysis is the main part of deciding whether this policy is worth to invest or not. Because the internal rate of return, the return we get in our hands, will prove to us if this is justifiable return or not for the time and effort that we have invested in this plan. So to calculate the IRR of this policy, what we are going to do is we are going to assume some figures which is already mentioned in the policy brochure, and also we are going to calculate the IRR through the website calculator given in the Bajaj Allianz website. So what we are going to assume is, let us assume the policyholder is a 35-year-old male who has taken this policy for a sum assured of 5 lakhs. So his policy term is 15 years, for which he is going to pay premium for 10 years, and he is going to pay an annual premium of 50,000. So he is going to pay 50,000 for 10 years. So what happens is, now we are going to calculate this policy's return by having a example percentage. Like we are going to take 4% per annum for the worst case scenario and 8% per annum for best case scenario. These are the example percentage they have given in the policy brochure. So according to that, we are going to calculate. So if we invest in this policy and if it performs at a worst case scenario at 4%, the internal rate of return, like the amount of money we will get actually is 6,50,000, and the internal rate of return is 2.51%. So 2.51% is not a justifiable return, right? Because 2.5% you can get even by just keeping your money in a savings bank account, and the rate of return, rate of interest in that account itself will be similar to these returns. But we are taking risk here, we are investing so much of time and effort, so this kind of return at the worst case scenario is definitely not justifiable. And the worst part is this is not even guaranteed. Yeah, it's showing us 2.5%, but it can go even lower than this. And if you compare it with the best case scenario, which is for the 8% per annum, then if you see the amount we get is 9,70,000 with the internal rate of return of 6.36%. The 6.36% is not something a risk adjusted product should give you a return of, because that's not a justifiable return for a risk full product. Because we invest in risk adjusted products due for a long time due to the market cycle. Because if you stay invested in a product which has risk for a long time, the market cycle would have got completed with and given you more stability to maximize your potential returns. That's why we invest in a risk product for a long term. But 6.36% is a return that you can even get by just by investing in a FD. FD is something which will give you guaranteed returns. Here it's similar to that, and it's not even a guaranteed return. You can get lower than this. So 6.36% is not at all justifiable or inflation beating or even inflation adjusted return for such time and effort and money and risk we are taking by investing in the Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 plan. So now what we are going to do is we are going to move to the next part of the analysis. We are going to compare this policy with other investment products available in the market just to see if the amount of time, risk and money we invest if it can potentially maximize our returns unlike this policy. So what we are going to do here is we are going to keep our life cover and investment products separate. We are not going to invest in a policy that will give us both life cover and investment. We are going to keep the both separate and see if this combination of investment can maximize the potential return. So for life cover purpose, we are going to take a pure term life insurance policy which also offers a sum assured of 5 lakhs for a small premium of 3,300 annually. So the premium is payable for 10 years while the policy term spans for 15 years. This is a fair comparison. We have taken similar pure term life insurance policy just like we took in the Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 plan. But the difference is the premium we pay. For there we are going to pay 50,000 per year for the next 10 years. Here we are only going to pay 3,300, right? So the remaining amount, which will be the 46,700, will be an annual investment in either PPF or in ELS. So first we are going to take a look at the combination of term insurance plus PPF. PPF is a public provident fund and it is a government backed product which will give you guaranteed returns, and it has tax benefits also under section 80C. So if we invest in this way, the thing we need to consider is if you want to invest in PPF, you have to invest for 15 years at least, and the minimum contribution should be 500. So that's why the arrangements have been made. After the 10th year, we are not investing the amount 50,000 in both term insurance and PPF. We are only paying the minimum contribution of 500 just to keep it going. So what happened at the end of 15 years is you get 9,77,000, which is a guaranteed amount with the IRR return of 6.44%, which is comparable to the best case scenario of Bajaj Life Goal Allianz Life Goal and Assure 2 plan. So this is something guaranteed, and it's not even, if you compare it with Bajaj Allianz, it's something they give it at the best case scenario, and that's not even a guaranteed amount. But here you're getting a guaranteed return with along with tax benefits under section 80C, and it's a good internal rate of return, which is an inflation rate adjusted return you can see. For a long term like that, for the amount of money we have invested, it's a decent amount. But if you want to take risk just like this Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 plan, because this is a risk product, right? This is not a risk free product, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to compare it with another risk product, which is ELSS mutual funds. Why we have chosen ELSS mutual funds is ELSS mutual funds is a mutual fund scheme which has a proven track record where it has performed consistently good, and it has even potentially given 12% or more in the long run. So that's why we have chosen this product, because of a proven track record. So if we invest in the combination of ELSS plus term insurance, we get 15 lakhs 12,000 with an internal rate of return of 10.6%. This is a post-tax value. The pre-tax value is 16 lakhs, but even then, if you after going through the tax charges, it gives you post-tax value of 15 lakhs 12,000, which is definitely a drastic difference compared to the Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 plan's IRR return. And 10.67% is definitely an inflation beating return, which will definitely help you maximize your potential returns for a financially secure future for your family. So by investing in this way, you're able to keep your life cover and investments separate, and also you can get a life cover for a high coverage with a low premium. And by diversifying your investment through different asset classes, it will definitely help you not keep your eggs in all in one basket, and it will even maximize your potential returns. So let us find out if investing in the Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 plan is worth or not. What is the final verdict on it? So from the analysis itself, we can understand that Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 plan really falls short of our expectation, because the overall return we get is diminished due to the substantial charges and the high agent commissions, and the overall return is diminished, right? So the internal rate of return is not at all inflation beating or inflation adjusted, which makes it not worthy, because we can see that there are other investment products available in the market that can give better and even guaranteed returns compared to the Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 plan, where the risk we take and the amount we invest is not at all justifiable for the low potential return we get. And they do return our charges. Some of the charges, like the mortality charge, like ROMC at the end of maturity, but that's not even an attractive option, right? Because there is no time value added. We might have they might have charged us 1,000 rupees or 100 rupees at that time, then for 10 years, then after 15 years we're getting that amount, and it's not the same, because if we have invested the same amount of money elsewhere, inflation would have given us a different type of money, because when inflation comes into place, the time value of money changes. So even if they return the charges, there is a loss of time, right? Time value. So the through the IRR analysis, we can definitely see that the return we get is not justifiable at all. So it's better if you avoid investing in the Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 plan. Instead, you can invest in a pure term insurance policy for a more affordable premium with a higher coverage if you want for life cover purpose. Also, by diversifying your investment through various asset classes, you're only going to maximize your potential returns in the long run to create a financially secure future for your family. But if you have any doubts and you want a professional guidance, you can definitely involve a certified financial planner in your investment journey to help make it easier and smoother, because they will be able to consider factors like what are your financial goals, your risk profile, and your investment objective, and how you can achieve your financial goals more smarter, and which fund to invest. They will be able to professionally guide you, right? So involving a professional is always worth the hassle. So it's definitely something you can check it out. And if you want to read a more detailed analysis of this policy, Bajaj Allianz Life Goal Assure 2 plan, then there's a blog post we have posted on our website, which you can definitely check it out through the link in the description. And if you want professional guidance for your investment or financial decisions, then you can definitely book a one-on-one complimentary consultation with one of our professional financial planners through the link in the description. If you want investment or financial knowledge through the leading experts in the finance industry, for that also we regularly conduct live webinars which are absolutely free. You can definitely register in them and participate through the link in the description. If you like our videos, hit like and definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel for bringing you more financially beneficial content. So thank you for watching.